welcome to the first day of the Kindle Clear Out Readathon. It is 5 o'clock in the evening and it's the first time I've filmed today. I'm like so out of breath because I just brought in so many groceries. And you know, I always have to bring in like a ton at one time. Okay, so today is Saturday. It is the first day of the readathon and I'm not going to go into the books quite yet because I'm kind of busy right at the moment. I just wanted to kind of show you something first, but today is the first day of the readathon clearly, and I have been so busy today. I've just been running around. I went to 2 different Goodwills. I am like a thrift shopper. I also went to, we ate lunch at Taco Bell. We got groceries at Walmart, and what else did we do? It's been a busy day. But Saturdays are like our grocery days where we have to go get our groceries. So I just want to show you the grocery haul, or the majority of it. Don't mind the dog. He always is so super happy when we get home. He's just so crazy hyper, and then he'll just crash. Tink Tink. Hi, buddy. But this is the majority of our haul. So now I have to put it all away, which this doesn't include like the cat litter and the big old bag of dog food that's in the living room. So anyway, yeah, this is a feeding a family of 4 for the week. So anyway, I'm going to put it away now. So I got these new treats for my dog, and I think he's gonna like it, but we'll see. He's kind of picky on treats and it's food. I guess I should have opened it before I begin the video. So let's go ahead and see if he likes it. You want a treat? He's walking off with it. This is what he does with his treats. He takes them off to eat. Oh, he set it down on the floor. Hey, do you like your new treat? Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, he has it in his mouth.
Look, Mama.
Of course I couldn't forget to give the kitty her treats. Yay. She's a good girl. Another cool thing that I found when we were at Walmart was they had some of their water bottles on sale. So I got a few for me and my 2 boys. This is for my youngest son. And then I guess I got this one for myself. And the cool thing is it just pops open. That's really handy. And then that one's, you picked out that one.
Yeah, look, watch. You unlock it and then you press and it opens by itself.
Awesome. You like it? Summer's coming up, so that's a good way for us to keep drinking lots of water.
Mommy.
Yep, and then that's yours.
What?
Are you happy with it?
Yeah. Mama,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So I got some books today while I was out. I got, this is one that I've been wanting to read. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's Cinder, the first book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I have the first book. I think this is, yeah, I have Glimmer Glass. I don't have Shadow Spell, but I saw this one. A Siren Song is part of the same series, and it's Fae. I knew that I would like it. So I went ahead and got it. I love the glittery dots on it. And then this is, it's like a novella in the Lunar Chronicles series, but it's called Fairest. So I went ahead and picked that up. I got Sing Me to Sleep by Angela Morrison. It sounded really good, so I went ahead and got that. I got the third book in the Outlander series. I've already read it, but I'm trying to collect all of the Outlander books. So I went ahead and got that one. And I got another book in the Lunar Chronicles series, which is Scarlet. I'm also trying to collect all of these because I've heard that they are all really good. So that is my book haul for today. Good morning, everybody. Today is the second day of the Kindle Clear Out Readathon. It is Sunday, and I have already been very busy this morning. So I have just been busy with laundry and trying to clean up the house and all that. But I have been reading. So yesterday I filmed some, but I never did tell you what I had been reading. And I read, the first book I read for the readathon, it was The Merman's Kiss by, I'm blanking on the author's name. It'll be on the screen. But I rated it 4 stars. I actually liked it. It was, it was a shorter book, but it was of course full of insta love, but it kind of works out because it's like they're, not fated mates, but a type of like bonded mate. So like when you bond to your mate, it's your mate for life. And so of course, feelings arise pretty instantly, but it kind of works for those type of stories. So I did enjoy it. It was about a girl who was in a very loveless marriage. She had lost a baby, so there is trigger warnings for loss of a child, and she was just had enough, and she was going to end her life. And also triggers for suicide or attempted suicide. And so she threw herself into the ocean, and this merman rescues her, and unknowingly, which when he kisses her, it's like a magic kiss, he gives her the ability to breathe underwater. And then things happen pretty quickly, like in the first or second chapter, things have already happened and they're bonded. And he was feeling kind of unhappy about this because mermaids in this world are very flighty. Even when they are bonded to a merman for life, they will, leave and go be with other mermen or whatever. They are not faithful, and he has always avoided having a bond because a merman is like the keeper of the children, the like stay-at-home dad type of role, and they are usually left with a broken heart. So he has always avoided being bonded, but now he is bonded with a human girl, and he falls for her, but he's always doubting her faithfulness to him. And she is trying to learn to live like underwater, and that was really neat to read about. The reason I graded it 4 stars so highly was because it just kept me so entertained. I just kept wanting to read about them and how she was going to like live underwater with him. And it does, I won't spoil the ending, but it does take a turn where something happens, like pretty much their roles are reversed. So it was actually quite an entertaining read. I'm so glad that I read it. I was hesitant a little bit. I was very excited for this book, but I was also a little hesitant that I wouldn't like it, but I actually did like it. It kept me very entertained. I kept wanting to read it, and of course, that's why I rated it 4 stars. Not like the best plot-wise, and, you know, it's, of course, full of insta-love, but it was still pretty awesome and a great first book, you know, to the readathon. Now I am reading Define Pack Love by Eve something. I'm terrible at this, guys. I don't remember her name either, but this is a reverse harem wolf shifter werewolf story. This girl, she is, you know, she's a wolf shifter, and she ran away from home because in this world, the pack law states that a woman, because there are very few women to the amount of men there are, has to, like, even if they're bonded with one partner, they have to share her. And she never wanted this, and she fell in love with like her childhood best friend, and they always were saying that they were going to be married and they were going to be together, just them two. But when her wolf, because her wolf was dormant for a long time, and when she turned into a wolf, they stated that she had to be with more than one than just him. So she ran away, and she's been on the run for like 12 years. And then he finally finds her because he has spent a long time trying to find her, and he has brought her back home, and she is like really upset by this. And so to get back at him, she's like, okay, well then I'm gonna be with, because now he's on board for just them two, because now he's alpha of the pack. And he said, well, you know, it'll just be us two. But she's so mad at him for like being an alpha and making her choices that she said, okay, well, I'm gonna she chose like his 2 best friends to be, you know, to mate with as well. And so it did not go over very well. But I'm actually on the epilogue of the book. I just paused because I was doing laundry. Then I'm like, I need to update the vlog on what I've been reading before I read any further. So I'm almost finished with it. I only have like 2 or 3 more pages left in the book and I'll be finished. I think I'm going to give this one 4 stars as well, because it was highly entertaining. There was a little bit more plot than I thought would be in it. And it was steamy, but like not over the top. And I can see it going into a series. I'm pretty sure that it's a series. I'm not 100% sure, but I can see it going to a series because there is like this bad guy that pops up, and then, you know, like he gets away, so he's probably going to come back later. But it is actually very entertaining. I have enjoyed this book as well, so I'll probably give it 4 stars. So yeah, that is what I've been reading. I don't know which one I'll pick up next. I'll have to probably the one by Christina C. Jones. I Think I Might Love You. I think that's probably what I'll pick up next. But anyway, I wanted to say good morning. Welcome to the second day of the readathon and what I have been reading. Hi guys, it is later on in the day. It's 3:16 in the afternoon. So I have just been like relaxing a lot during today, and I did finish Define Pack Law. I rated it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it for what it was, and it left off to where it leads up to a second book. So there is a second book, and I do want to read it in the future, but not right now because I'm trying to read the books on my TBR for this readathon. So I did start my next book, which is the one for POC Arthur, and this is I Think I Might Love You by Christina C. Jones. I think I'm in the second or third chapter. I'm not very far into it, but it's got some humor in it, which I was thinking it might from the synopsis, and it's about a girl who is just like really down on her luck. She finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her. He actually has like a whole separate family. He's married, and he's been living with her like part of the time when he's not with his other family, and she finds out because his wife calls her. So she like destroys his car, Then she goes to stay with her sister, and she gets into the apartment, finds a man there, and she's thinking, you know, there is a strange man in my sister's apartment. So she punches him. And she calls her sisters, like, there's a man in your apartment. She's like, don't you remember I told you that I rented my apartment out because I'm not there very much? And so then she, after all that confusion is taken care of, and she's gonna go to her other sister's place, the cops come and arrest her for the damage that she did to her ex-boyfriend's car. So she is really going through a rough time, and then she gets situated into her new place. She finds this cat who has been injured, like on her beside her window, and so she takes the cat to the vet that is still open because it's pretty late at night. And guess who the vet is? The guy who she punched. So it was pretty humorous. So that's where I left off. So it is actually really good what I've read so far. But now I am coming in because I bought the ingredients to make a cake this weekend. My husband was complaining the other day. He said, you're a baker, and I haven't had anything baked lately. I'm like, I know. I try not to bake too often because that way we don't just continually eat sweets. But I am due to bake something sweet. So I am making a lemon cake with a blueberry filling with cream cheese frosting. So that is going to be so good. I used to make it when I worked at the bakery that I used to work at, and it was really good. So I'm gonna make that. I think they'll really like it. So that is what I'm doing now. Hi everybody, today is the third day of the Kindle Clear Out Readathon. It is like almost the end of the day. It is almost 6 o'clock p.m. in the evening, and this is the first time that I have filmed. I have just been pretty much relaxing, and I have been doing some cleaning, and I've been reading, and today is the first day of my son's spring break. He is on spring break this week, so it actually is the perfect time, so that way I can get some reading done that I usually cannot get done during the week for the readathon. So I took today and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna relax and just have a low-key day. So that's what I did. I have been cleaning up this afternoon though, because you know the house gets messy with children, so just ignore the screaming children in the background. Oh dear. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about the book that I'm reading. I finished I Think I Might Love You last night by Christina C. Jones. I finished it last night and I rated it 4 stars. It was hilarious and I did laugh. There was several moments in the book where I just laughed and it was so funny. And the timeline in the book, it didn't really turn out to be instant love, even though it was a shorter book, because it did progress over, you know, a few months. So it was better that way. So that way it wasn't just like, oh, you're not really invested in their relationship. But this one I did feel more invested in, and I really enjoyed it. So, you know, I know I spoke about this yesterday, but it's about a girl who had a run-in with a guy and she punched him. And then she actually has to do community service hours at his animal hospital. And so the more they just see each other, and the more they fall for each other and are attracted to each other. And there is a fake boyfriend girlfriend trope in this, because he needs a girlfriend and so she agrees to be his fake girlfriend, and It was just a really cute book. I'm glad I read it. That was the third book I had gotten read for the readathon. Now I'm reading the fourth book, which is Sicko by M.O. Jones. And this one I was very highly anticipating to read it because it is dark romance and it's taboo, and because this is about a girl who was, they keep saying foster sister, foster brother in this book. So I don't know, her last name is what, you know, they're like, I guess they adopted her, but they keep saying foster's brother. So I don't know, I guess it's to make it more like acceptable or something. But she was adopted because she was a baby that was abandoned when she was born, and she has been with this family ever since, you know, pretty much all her life. And she and her brother have been best friends growing up. You know, he was very protective of her. Him and his two best friends, they were like the trio of guys that like protected her. And then something happened to where he disappeared. He left, and it broke her heart. And now he's back, and he is completely changed. He is this very cold, hard man. He's actually like the vice president of a motorcycle club. And when he left, something happened to her, but she's been going through this horrible trauma for this past 4 years, and it's still going on. And she's, you know, the guy who's doing this to her has like told her that if she tells, you know, it'll be bad news. So she is afraid of telling anybody, but I think she's close to telling her brother. But she is, part of her likes that her brother has come back around, because, you know, she does see like some of the old the brother she used to know in him, but she also kind of doesn't like who he is now. But and she's going through so much. Like, there is so many triggers in this book. I just want you guys to know that if you plan on reading this, there is a lot. It's a dark romance for sure, but they are very much attracted to each other. And that makes it very taboo. I don't know if they will get together or not. I know I'm not totally loving this book because there's another character in here that I really wish she would be with instead. To me, his personality is much better than the brother or the hero of the story. So I don't know. The author made him really much more appealing, and he's very, like, you don't know much about him, but like the mysteriousness of him is very captivating, and it's like, ooh, go with him, not her brother. So anyway, I am reading Sicko. I'm trying to remember what percentage I was at. I think I was around the 60-70 mark, somewhere right there, percent. So I have actually got quite a bit read so far. So anyway, I just wanted to pop on here and let you know what I've been reading. I should finish it up tonight. So yeah, the readathon is going well. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I don't know if I'll be back on here tonight, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi guys. Today is the 4th day of the readathon? I think it is. Yes, today is the 4th day of the readathon. Hello, welcome. I hope you guys are doing great. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing or whatnot, but it is Tuesday morning and I am out here I took my dog outside, so I just figured I would update you guys while I was out here. I should have brought my coffee. I just poured my coffee and I left it inside, so I should have brought it out here with me because I really want some. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I've been reading. So I finished Sicko last night, Sicko by Emma Jones, and I ended up reading it 4 stars. It was good. I mean, it definitely kept me invested, entertained, because there was so much mystery through the book. Like, you didn't know what was going on, and I kind of saw where it was going, but not completely. There was still a lot that surprised me, all the little twists and turns along the way. So it definitely keeps you invested in the story because you don't know what's going on. The hero to me was not quite as likable as I wanted him to be, which I know this is like a dark romance, and he's just that type of alpha, like, don't care type of hero. But I was hoping that he would show the heroine a little bit more. I don't know, I just hoped he had been shown a little more tenderness to her, but that's just, I guess, just not who he was. But he would like burn down the world for her. She is his world, and I do like that part where, he doesn't really like anybody else except for her. He would kill, he would maim, because this is a dark romance, so believe me when I say that there are a lot of triggers in this book. There's a lot of triggers, and it's pretty gruesome too. So if you cannot handle dark romance and gruesome scenes, you definitely won't like this. But I really enjoyed it. It kept me on the edge of my seat, and that is, it entertained me, which is what it was supposed to do. So I gave it 4 stars. I have not started anything else. I downloaded my e-arc that I need to read from NetGalley. I think it releases sometime in April, but it's Malice by Heather Walter, and this is a fairy tale retelling, and this is the retelling of Sleeping Beauty. I really don't know much about it other than that. So, this is a pretty big book. Probably shouldn't have chosen such a long book for the readathon, but anyway, I hope that I can get to it. I also just have another book on my TBR, Rush by Emma Scott. I have that one on there, and it's actually on Scribd as an audiobook. So I'll probably get more of that done today because I really need to sit down and fold the ginormous amount of clothes that I have to fold. So anyway, all that being said, I'll get something read today. So I wanted to get on here and update you guys on what I've been reading. So I now want to drink my coffee, edit my vlogs, because every day I like to do a little bit of editing, so that way I don't have to do it all on the last day. And then probably get working on some laundry. So that is how my day is looking so far.